Do you ever wonder what it's like to live in a modular home, or are you one of those people searching for a tiny home? We got you covered. We're going to talk about all of that. I just want to set it up. We are in Pittsburgh at the Home and Garden Show. It is the largest of its kind in the country, and the reason we want to point that out is to show you the power of what we're going to talk about. This Home and Garden Show is so gigantic, they actually built an entire home here inside the show. Now, this is a modular home. Modular home meaning they build 80% of it in the factory and then bring it to you. I just want to point over there. We're going to walk over there in a minute. But that's a tiny home over here. You see that? Or a mother-in-law's quarters. That's 80 grand. We're going to talk about how they do it and if it's something you're interested in. This one, though, is an entire home. So let's walk in and talk to one of the reps to see how something like this works. An entire home literally delivered to you on your lot. Laverne Miller, is that right? Laverne, thanks for talking to us here. So you are with Buckhorn Showcase. You're out of Ohio. Okay, so while we look around, and go ahead, Bryce, take a look around. What does it mean if I say modular home?
The biggest thing about modular, it's built to the state and local codes.
Okay.
So it's very similar to it's built to the residential code.
Okay.
So there's really no difference between a modular and a site-built home. The only difference is it's built inside, out of the elements of the weather, and less time on site.
Okay, so you mentioned that it's built inside, and I mentioned that before I come in. If we can walk over here to the living room. So my understanding is, and correct me if I'm wrong, 80% of this home is built in the factory. Is that right?
Correct.
And then what? And we're seeing a video of here, if we can talk about it. And then my understanding, you bring two parts to the location and set them in. Is that how it works? Explain to me how that works.
Yeah, pretty much. So it obviously splits right down the center.
Okay, so let's show, one of the great things about TV is we can show this. Where's the center? Right here? So in other words, this is one part that would be delivered.
Yep, and this is the other.
And then this kitchen and bedroom is another part. And how does that roll up to the house?
So it's about 15 feet wide per side, about 56 feet long.
Okay.
And it rolls up on a semi. Roof is laid down on hinges. It gets there about 8:30 in the morning. The crane sets up. With about lunchtime, the home is dried in.
Yeah.
And metal's ready to be, started to put on. But then you have your porches, of course, that have to be built on site. So interior finish, it can still go, 2 to 4 weeks depending on the size of the home. Yeah. If it gets a garage, just really depends on the size. But still, you're not 4 months on site, you're 2 weeks.
That's incredible. I'm going to grab you in about 2 more minutes, okay? Because I want to give people a tour here so we can see what you're looking at. All right, so this is what this modular home looks like. So first of all, obviously, this is the living room. You can see they got some built-in shelving here, the mantle, a fireplace, faux fireplace, however you see that. This is brick here. This is not plastic. This is real brick. All right, let's walk down the hallway here. A lot of this I'm seeing for the first time with you. This is a bathroom. All right, you got the full shower, bath, sink, and toilet, and 2 bedrooms. All right, let's look at this bedroom first. Obviously, they got some bunk beds set up. I know in television it's hard to show size. So what I'm going to do, Bryce, is I'm actually going to walk this because this would be not the master bedroom, but an average bedroom. So with my, size 11 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What I'm showing you is this isn't a small room at all. Again, this is a house pre-delivered to you. You can see the windows, everything are ready to go. All right, so this is one bedroom. Let me squeeze by over here. This is looks like a little bit of a smaller bedroom, but again, definitely not tiny, tiny small. Again, double windows in this bedroom. Over here, we got a sliding door closet, nice size closet. Again, not small rooms at all. Look, there's a ceiling fan that comes with that. Again, the furniture doesn't come with it, but pretty much everything else you can see. At the end of the hallway here, you got a closet. All right, we're going to walk through the middle here of the living room. Well, here you go. Look at this. This is a laundry room. Now, my understanding is the way this house is going to work, we got a laundry room here. A washer and a dryer here. A sink here, Just some more storage over here. My understanding is when they build these, you have the option to have a two-car garage. This store would lead out to the two-car garage. And if actually, Bryce, come on out here, because this, believe it or not, is actually the front of the house. So typically, there would be an entire porch with a roof and an awning, and you're looking at the front of the house here. We entered the back of the house. So this door to the right that leads into the kitchen would be the front door. That second door that we walked out of would have been where the laundry room was, would be connected to a two-car garage that would jettison out this way. You can also have a full basement if you choose this to be built on. That would be arranged ahead of time. Let's end with showing this, what I'm assuming is the master bath over here. I'm sorry, the master bedroom, which is even bigger than the two bedrooms we just looked at. But you can see, huge in here. Look at this master bath. Again, this house comes ready to go, delivered to you. This is a huge master bathroom with a tub surrounded by windows everywhere. Here's a walk-in closet. In addition to the tub, a double shower over there. And all of this, of course, leads into the master bedroom that's very lit. There's a window above the bed there, if that's where you choose to have the bed. The double windows over here as well. All right, let's wind out this conversation over here. Back to Laverne. All right, so Laverne, one couple more quick questions. The kitchen, okay, we got a refrigerator, a stove, dishwasher? I'm assuming dishwasher here. Does this all come with it?
With this house specifically, yes.
Okay. And so you can buy your land, you can choose a location, you call Buckhorn and say, hey, I want this house. You got some models and what? You just roll up and make arrangements for delivery.
Yeah, so I mean, we have several different homes that you can choose from. And also we call ourselves a custom modular home builder. So it's not like you have to pick this only floor plan. You can come in, as long as it's within the modular capabilities, you can move walls. Hey, I want a bigger island. I don't want an island.
Oh, okay.
I want painted cabinets. I don't want painted it's, yeah.
Now, this is a huge
Those
kitchen.
are all things that go through in the decision. Yeah.
Do we know how much this house is without the land?
$360,000 is just the house itself with the garage. Then you would have your foundation utilities in the land.
Right,
So that's why that price out there is what it is, because it's went with a full basement. You know, the land itself cost, quite a bit since it's in Sarver.
Exactly.
Really good area.
Right.
Really good school district.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
Laverne, thanks, man.
Absolutely.
All right, so what Laverne's talking about, let's walk out this way, Bryce. What he's talking about is this house is actually literally for sale at this home show for about $680,000 because this will be on a lot in Sarver, which if you're not from Pittsburgh, it's kind of a county just north of Pittsburgh. Allegheny County's in Pittsburgh. Butler County's just north of that. A very prime area, a very fast-growing area. It will come on a 1-acre lot with a basement because, again, you can have basements. So I just want to leave you with this. Let's end on taking there. So, of course, that's the big $300,000 house. This is one of those tiny homes. Look through the windows and see it for yourself. It could be a mother-in-law's quarters or it could be your tiny home. This one sells for about $80,000. So these modular homes, again, you lay the foundation, you decide where you want it to go, you call one of these modular home companies, and they literally deliver it. My understanding that it's what they call dry. In other words, it's set, the roof is on, then you can start working inside, sometimes within a day and a half. So fascinating what they have in terms of your home choices these days. You can customize it, pick it out yourself. If you happen to be in the Pittsburgh area, I am at the Home and Garden Show. It will run for 10 days until the Sunday after next. But, of course, you can give these guys or anyone a call anytime to find out more about the modular homes here or the modular homes available in your area. So this is a KDKA CBS Pittsburgh YouTube special. Hope you enjoyed it live from the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show.